Well, good afternoon, everyone. Those of you who know, I'm David Stewart. I'm the pastor of Mount Emory Baptist Church, and I'm excited this afternoon to have two guests on with me. They're from the Faith Coalition for the Common Good. I have Mrs. Shelley Heidemann and Tashiana Bankhead on with me, and we're going to talk about the Census 2020, the U.S. Census 2020. So as those who are coming in, coming on this live feed, I appreciate you. Let us know, put something in the comments. Let us know who you are, where you're from. But again, I'm Pastor Stewart, David Stewart from Mount Emory Baptist Church in Jacksonville. I have Shelley Heidemann and Tashiana Bankhead from the Faith Coalition for the Common Good on with us to talk about the Census 2020. So let me first introduce our panelists, our guest today. As I said, Shelley Heidemann is the executive director of Faith Coalition, and Tashiana Bankhead, she is the community organizer for Morgan County. So let's start with you, Shelley. Can you kind of tell us about yourself, your title? But good afternoon, Sister Shamika is on from Belleville. Could you tell us a little bit about Faith Coalition, and tell us about your title?
Sure. I'm the executive director of the Faith Coalition for the Common Good. We are based in Springfield, but we are working in 3 counties in Morgan, Sangamon, and Macon County. We are part of the National Gamaliel organization that does faith-based community organizing. And I am also the state director for Gamaliel of Illinois. Faith Coalition for the Common Good has been in Springfield for 11 years. We have 35 institutional members, which are faith congregations and nonprofits. And our vision is racial and economic equity. And we do that, we try to achieve racial and economic equity by training people most impacted by injustice to use their own stories and their own testimonies in speaking to decision makers and to really impact systemic change. So we work very long and hard to change laws, policies, and procedures. And what's so exciting is to see people's lives changed when they realize that their own stories and their own experiences are what make a decision maker change his mind, and to really look at, well, this law needs to be changed or that policy needs to be changed because of what this person has experienced. Gamaliel, our parent organization, offers week-long leadership training, and it's through that training that lives are transformed. And it's really all about building power. And most people don't think they're powerful, but when people come together with a common purpose and a common cause, there is power. And that's how we make change in our communities.
Wow. I think that's powerful, especially during this day and age where we're experiencing a lot of racial injustice, police brutality, laws that are still on the books in 2020 that really seems more like Jim Crow laws, or laws that will disadvantage certain communities over the other. So thank God for your organization taking the lead and getting in on that. So Tashiana Bankhead, you are the community organizer. Tell us a little bit about your role.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Tashiana Bankhead. I'm the community organizer specifically for Morgan County. So my role is to make sure that you are having the information needed to complete the census there, as well as I work with the Green Initiative for clean energy. So I'm making sure that you get the information for the census, as well as working with clean energy for the Faith Coalition for the Common Good.
Well, excellent. Welcome to the team. Real quick, Shelley, how long have you been with the Faith Coalition?
I actually was one of the founding members of this organization about 12 years ago. And I had gone to week-long leadership training with Gamaliel. I had been working in social services. The training totally changed my life. I came back and quit my job in social services to develop Faith Coalition for the Common Good, working with other pastors in the area and community leaders. And that's how it was started.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you for that, following the lead, and because it's an important work that you guys do, and I appreciate it. And thank God for you all. Tashiana, how long have you been in?
Well, this is actually my second week here at Faith Coalition. I'm just learning the ropes, learning how to build connections in the community of Jacksonville community with the leaders and also the people in the area. So I am fresh to the scene and to the community of Morgan County as well as Springfield.
Amen. Well, welcome to the team, and thank you for picking up picking up that charge to help with the cause. As I said before, is extremely urgent that we get the help that you guys provide. And so, thank you once again, both of you, for joining us and coming on this live stream with us to get the information out. Not just to Jacksonville and Morgan County, but also to get it out to the Midwest, Central Illinois, because I think it's a very important message that we have to talk about. So let's move on and let's go on to speak about the census. So what is the census? What is Census 2020? For those who aren't very familiar, can one or both of you guys kind of give us an explanation of what the census is?
So the census is administered by the federal government. It happens every 10 years where everyone is counted. So everyone is counted and given general information done by a census survey. And this survey, the information that is gathered is very much important because everyone is counted within the community. And this shapes your future, your family, and your community. And this data is gathered to build specifically Jacksonville County and other areas. So that's what the census is all about.
And I might just interject too. The reason Faith Coalition is involved in the census is that through the state of Illinois, we received a grant to educate the hard to count communities in those three counties, Morgan, Sangamon, and Macon. And the hard to count communities are those that are low income, persons of color, immigrant populations, elderly, rural poor, and moms with small children. And so these are the folks that a lot of times are undercounted or not counted at all. And that really has a large impact on the amount of federal funding that comes into a community for after school programs, hot lunch programs, senior services, and anything else, any other services that receive federal funding. So that's why Faith Coalition's involved, because we want to try and help educate those hard to count communities to let them know how important it is for them to be counted. Everybody counts.
Yes.
Well, that's some excellent news and information. I guess I didn't quite understand the impact or the importance of the census. I just assumed that them just counting and knowing where we are, trying to keep track of us for this or that. And some people, for those who may be a little afraid to fill out the census or something, the things that you talked about, I think, are very important, highly important, because it sounds like you're saying that the funds, we don't get the proper amount of representation in the funding in our community because we don't actively participate in the census and we're undercounted.
That's correct. Yep. And so I like to use the example of SNAP benefits. So if there's 100 families that need SNAP benefits, but only 50 families complete the census form, then the federal government looks at the community and says, oh, there's only 50 families that need SNAP benefits. So the amount of funding that goes into that community is reduced. And so then like if you're looking at a pie, that pie has to be divided by more families, if that's
Okay.
a good example.
So you mentioned the SNAP benefits. For those who don't understand what the SNAP benefits are, can you tell us? I think it's the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. That's the acronym for it. But what is that?
That's for folks that need a supplement to their grocery bill to help them buy food to feed their families, their children. Elderly people, everyone who needs SNAP benefits, it's to help supplement their grocery budget.
Okay, so not taking the census could impact the funds for SNAP benefits.
Right. You want to go to the next slide?
Yeah. Let's. So talking about the impact, we talked a little bit about that, but let's talk about the community building and representatives. If you guys can kind of expound on that a little.
So Shelley mostly talked about how the community is impacted by the number of people that's taking the census. So within the family, you have probably 5 families. You have your children as well as yourself, and sometimes you counting your children helps with after school programs, meal programs within the school, hot meals and things like that. So, and even senior living. So all of that is being counted within the community as well as building within the community. So making sure you have your businesses, hospitals, and also schools that's being built, and the money that's given to the community to build these infrastructures. Representatives, it determines how many representatives each state will have in Congress. So that is all about within the community, the building, and representatives. Shelley, did you want to add anything?
According to what it looks like the count is right now, Illinois stands to lose at least 2 representatives in Congress. And so that means our voices are not going to be heard in Washington. And again, that's why everybody needs to be counted. As far as building as well, I just remembered federal funding also comes in for our fire departments, our police departments, and so other community services like that, sewer and road repair. So just about everywhere you turn around, your life is being affected by the funding that comes in because of the census count.
Yes, and I think that's vitally important today because we know that over the past, it's probably been 20 something years or longer that our state's budget has been sort of at a deficit or it's been bad. And as a result, some of the budgetary items we've had a lot of issues going on, taxes getting higher. And I think for a couple of years there, we went almost a year without a budget. And, certain agencies weren't getting paid as a result. And people are leaving. That means our tax base is getting smaller. So the people that are staying, we need to be represented, or else we start losing those representatives. We start losing those electoral votes. That's even going to compound the issue, in my opinion.
I agree. I totally agree.
So go ahead, Tashiana.
I was wondering, did you want to move to the next slide or?
Yes. So let's talk about completing the census. How does someone complete the census?
You want to go, Tashiana?
Oh yeah. So it's 3 ways that you can complete the census. You can go online with any of your technology devices to my2020census.gov, or you can go by phone and they will have an automated system to help you, as well as customer service. or you can go door to door. So door to door just started August 11th, which was yesterday, and it ends September 30th. This deadline was marked for, was it October 30th?
October 31st.
31st, and it has now been moved to September 30th. So we're making sure that we get out and have people be counted.
Right. So the federal government hires census takers, and they are the people who would be coming to your home if you've not yet completed the census, either online or by phone. So if you've not completed the census, you can expect a knock on your door, and there will be a federal employee coming, a census taker coming to get your information. That online application or census form, and also the phone, the 844-330-2020. Both of those, or either one of those ways that you complete the census, only takes 10 minutes. And they want to know how many people are living in your household. That's the main question.
Okay, so let me get some clarity real quick because you guys threw out two dates for deadlines. You said it originally was October the 31st, and then they changed it to September the 30th. First of all, what was it, the door-to-door knocking going to that they changed from October to September?
It's the total deadline for the census. And originally the deadline was supposed to be July 31st before COVID hit. And then it was pushed back by Congress to the 31st of October. But then President Trump moved it up to September 30th. And so there's still some back and forth fighting going on in Washington to move it back to October 31st. But as of today, September 30th, 2020 is the last day when people can complete their census in one of those three ways.
Okay, that's outstanding. That kind of cleared up the fog for me on that. So the as it stands today, the federal, if you haven't completed, and I'm re-articulating this to make sure we're clear on it, if you haven't completed the census either by computer or by phone, the pretty soon the government, starting the 11th, which was yesterday, the 11th through September the 30th, they're going to take about 6 weeks, and they're going to come start knocking on doors. Is that correct?
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. So, next question, and I'll move to the next slide, is the big question for everybody. Are there jobs available?
So yes, there are jobs available. Faith Coalition is hiring to distribute door hangers as well as phone banking. You can also contact Shelly to have more information on becoming involved in this. So if you want more information about the distribution of hangers or the phone banking when it's starting.
Yes.
Okay.
Did her I believe we lost Shelly. Is she still on?
I think she's frozen right now, but right now we're starting the list of phone bankers that's going to be, as well as distribution of hangers. We will not have any contact due to COVID, but we're making sure that we're hanging those door tags on their doors to get more information out to the public.
Okay, outstanding. So those jobs that will be available, that's Faith Coalition hiring and not the U.S. government, correct? That's not the federal jobs. You guys had mentioned earlier that the U.S. Census was going to be going knocking door to door. This isn't the same job, is it?
No, it's two different jobs. The federal have theirs, and we're paying $10 an hour for distributing hangers and phone banking. I believe they pay way more than us, but we will be giving people money to help us distribute the information.
Okay, so they can come in and get a job. They can come and work uh, for Faith Coalition
Yes.
for this for door-to-door distribution of door hangers, and also working calling people on the phones, following up.
Yes.
And you guys pay $10. You guys will be paying $10 an hour for that.
Yes, $10 an hour. And then they can
That-
also contact Shelly by phone, which you see there at 217-622-1014, or by email.
oh wait, it sounded like you said 217-622.
Oh,
I
but
want to.
sorry.
I want to. I want to make sure we get that phone number correct. Those who see that up there, and I'll let you see it. It's
Thank you.
217-626-1004.
Correct. Yes.
Again, that's you can see Shelly Heidemann. Contact her, the executive director of Faith Coalition for the Common Good, at 217-626-1004. And you can see her email, or you can email her at fccg2208@gmail.com. And that's working for Faith Coalition, not the U.S. Census.
And I lost internet for a minute, so I didn't hear what you said, but we're paying $10 per hour. And we really need people, you probably already said this, but we really need people in Morgan, Sangamon, and Macon County to do that phone banking and also to walk door to door in low response census tracts. So sorry if I repeated what you just said.
Oh, that's okay. Usually good communication is 7 times, 7 different ways. So we want to give you hand signals, smoke signals, emails, Twitter. However, this is for our good and the good of our communities. And I heard you say for Morgan County, for Sangamon County, and in Macon County, because I live in Macon County, I work in Sangamon County, and I pastor in Morgan County. So,
well, you're a 3-county guy, just like we are.
Yeah.
that's outstanding. So let me ask a quick question here. What qualifications do I need to have to work for Faith Coalition for the census?
We ask that people be over 18 years of age. We ask them to complete a W-9 form because they will be an independent contractor. And other than that, they have, like for phone banking, you have to have your own phone, internet access, and a computer. For going door to door to hang up the door hangers, you have to have your own transportation.
Okay. Can you say that one more time? I'm 18 years old.
Yep. 18 years old, you'll have to complete a W-9 because you'll be an independent contractor. So no taxes will be taken out of your paycheck. For phone banking, you need your own phone, internet access, and a computer. To go door to door in a low response census tract, you'll need your own transportation. We will provide you with a map with the streets and where you need to go. We'll provide you with the door hangers and everything else that you will need to share with folks.
Okay, so when will you need those workers?
Right now.
We
need them now? Immediately, and they'll work until September 30th.
Oh, that's fantastic. Until September 30th. So that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
The hours are all very flexible. Phone banking can be done from your home. And it's I think a pretty good deal for folks who are needing a little extra cash.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I think we've covered a lot of ground there, and I think we've given the information. Is there anything else you guys would like to share?
Like to invite you out to the anniversary parking lot service at your church on Sunday.
Thank you for the reminder.
We're going to be there passing out Census swag, like these really nice water bottles and face masks. And of course, everybody will need to wear a face mask and do social distancing. And Pastor, tell us more about your church anniversary.
Absolutely. Thank you for that reminder. I can't believe that I let that one slip past me. Mount Emory Baptist Church is known as a historical Black church in the state of Illinois. We are currently 183 years. We're celebrating our church 183rd anniversary this coming Sunday. We're doing it. We're going to try to social distance. We're doing it in a parking lot praise service, and it will begin at 10:45 on Sunday morning, August the 16th. So as we are celebrating, part of our celebration of our church anniversary, we are inviting Faith Coalition to come and pass out information and answer questions about the U.S. Census. And they will have a tent and a table set up in the parking lot. So Shelly and Tashiana will be there representing Faith Coalition. And I believe you could talk to Shelly at that time about the job. If you didn't previously contact her, you can come and inquire. But we do require that you social distance. Anyone coming to the table, we are asking you to please wear a face mask, or they probably will not service you for their own protection. Please wear a face mask as you come and social distance. So that's this coming Sunday. It is on Sunday, August the 16th at 10:45. We will be celebrating Mount Emory's 183rd church anniversary, and we will have Faith Coalition on site. They will be here to help us out and to distribute information. And the cool thing is they will be offering jobs, and they will have some swag there as well.
And what's your address, Pastor?
The address, thank you so much. The address is 426 South Church Street, Jacksonville, Illinois, 62650. Welcome, Vanessa. Minister Tyus is in San Diego. She's one of our ministers. And, this COVID-19 has made us be virtual. So let me ask this question for those. We have several virtual members who are not physically in Jacksonville or in Central. Can they help? Can somebody, they won't be able to go door to door, but is that somebody that could help doing the phone calls?
We prefer that people call from their own neighborhoods because there's a little more connection. When you get a call from somebody there and they're in Timbuktu, you don't tend to want to listen to them. So it helps if people call in their own neighborhoods.
Okay, that makes sense.
Relational. But I would say people who are not in Central Illinois, please share this information with your neighbors, your family, your friends, your congregant members. Everybody across the U.S. needs to be counted before September 30th.
Outstanding. All right. Well, I believe that's everything that I had, all the questions that I had. Shelly, I want to thank you, and Tashiana. It looks like Tashiana had to fall off or she got disconnected.
Probably. Here in our church, we don't have very good internet sometimes.
Okay. So, well, thank you guys for taking that time. It looks like Minister Vanessa Tyus, she says she's already on it.
All right.
She's already sharing that information. Thank you. Minister Tyus, and thank you again. Please extend my gratitude to Tashiana. I appreciate you all, and if nothing else, we'll end this call.
Very good. Thanks so much, Pastor. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and have a blessed rest of the day.
Thank you. You too. You take care.
Bye.